When you think of thoroughbred horses, you probably picture racetracks, cheering crowds, and lightning-fast sprints to the finish line. But away from the roar of the stadiums and the spotlight of competition, there's another side to these incredible animals, one that's rarely seen, yet just as fascinating. In their natural or semi-wild environment, thoroughbreds live not as individual athletes, but as members of a close-knit herd. They form friendships, establish hierarchies, communicate through subtle signals, and protect one another in ways that reveal just how intelligent and social they truly are. Inside a thoroughbred herd, every flick of an ear, every shift of a hoof, and every nicker carries meaning. There are leaders and followers, bonds and rivalries, moments of peace and flashes of conflict, all part of a complex social world that ensures the herd's survival and harmony. In this video, we'll step into that world. We'll explore how thoroughbreds interact, how they organize themselves, and what their behavior teaches us about the balance between freedom, instinct, and community. This is Inside the Thoroughbred Herd, understanding wild thoroughbred horse social dynamics. To understand the social dynamics of thoroughbred horses, we first need to look at where they came from. The thoroughbred breed was developed in England in the 17th and 18th centuries, through selective breeding of imported Arabian, Barb, and Turkoman stallions with native English mares. The result was a horse built for speed, stamina, and heart, traits that made them dominate the racing world and later spread to every corner of the globe. Today, thoroughbreds are often associated with racing, breeding farms, and high-performance sport. But when they live in herds, whether on large pastures, semi-wild sanctuaries, or after retirement, they reveal behaviors that are far older than the racetrack itself. Like all horses, thoroughbreds are prey animals, and their survival has always depended on the herd. Even though humans shape them into elite athletes, their instincts remain deeply rooted in the same social patterns that guided wild horses for thousands of years. By stepping back from the racing silks and trophies, and instead observing them in natural group settings, we can uncover the hidden rules and rhythms that keep a thoroughbred herd together. Every thoroughbred herd has a structure, an invisible framework of leadership, order, and respect. At the center of this system is not the strongest stallion, as many might assume, but the lead mare. She decides when the herd moves, where they graze, and when they drink. Her wisdom and experience guide the group's daily rhythm, ensuring safety and stability. The stallion, meanwhile, plays a different but equally important role. His job is to protect the herd from outside threats, to maintain boundaries, and to secure his breeding rights. While he may defend his group fiercely, within the herd itself he often takes a step back, allowing the lead mare to manage the flow of daily life. Beneath them, the rest of the herd falls into a pecking order. Dominance is established not through constant fighting, but through subtle signals, a pinned ear, a lowered head, or a step forward at just the right moment. Conflicts do arise, but they are usually brief, resolved quickly through body language rather than violence. This hierarchy is essential. Without it, there would be chaos. With it, the herd functions like a well-balanced family, each member knowing their place and their role in the group. Inside a thoroughbred herd, communication is everything. Horses don't rely on words. They speak through their bodies, their movements, and even the smallest gestures. A flick of an ear can signal irritation or curiosity. A swish of the tail may warn others to keep their distance. Even the way a horse breathes or positions its head sends a clear message to the rest of the group. But communication isn't only about warnings or dominance. It's also about building bonds. One of the most intimate signs of friendship among horses is mutual grooming. You'll often see two thoroughbreds standing side by side, gently nipping and scratching each other's necks or withers. This not only keeps their coats clean, but also strengthens trust and reduces stress. Foals and young horses learn these social cues early, by watching their mothers and mimicking older herd members. Playful chases, gentle nips, and mock battles help them understand boundaries while also forming lifelong friendships. These bonds create more than just harmony, they create a safety net. When one horse senses danger, the rest of the herd responds instantly, moving as one. It's proof that their connection runs deeper than instinct. It's survival built on trust. Daily life in a thoroughbred herd may look peaceful from a distance, but it's filled with subtle rhythms and interactions that keep the group functioning smoothly. Much of their day is spent grazing, heads down, side by side, moving slowly across the land in search of fresh grass. This steady, shared activity reinforces their unity, as eating together provides a sense of security. After grazing, you might see horses lying down to rest, while others stand nearby to keep watch. They take turns in this way, ensuring that the herd is never left unprotected. Play is another key part of daily life, especially for the younger members. Foals chase one another, practice mock fights, and test their speed, exercises that not only build strength but also teach them about herd etiquette. Interactions can shift throughout the day. A mare might gently nudge her foal into line, or two geldings may test each other's dominance with a brief display. But rarely does this escalate into serious conflict. Instead, these behaviors help keep the social order clear and stable. For thoroughbreds, daily life is more than survival. It's about reinforcing bonds, sharing responsibilities, and moving as one. Even in a well-balanced thoroughbred herd, conflict is inevitable. After all, horses have personalities just like we do. Some are bold, others timid, and some constantly test boundaries. But unlike humans, their disputes are usually brief and rarely destructive. Most conflicts start with subtle warnings: ears pinned back, a lifted hind leg, or a quick swish of the tail. These signals are often enough to make the other horse back down. If the challenge continues, it may escalate into a brief chase, a nip, or a kick. But these moments are short-lived, with the herd quickly returning to peace. Why? Because constant fighting would put the group at risk. In the wild, predators could take advantage of chaos, so horses evolved to resolve disagreements swiftly and decisively. Thoroughbreds, even in semi-wild conditions, carry this instinct within them. Interestingly, many conflicts aren't about aggression, but about maintaining order, deciding who leads, who gets the best grazing spot, or who controls access to water. Once a horse asserts dominance and the other accepts it, the issue is closed. Conflict, then, isn't a weakness in the herd. It's a tool, a way of reinforcing stability and keeping harmony intact. In any thoroughbred herd, foals are the future, and the herd plays a vital role in teaching them how to live, survive, and thrive. From the moment they are born, foals are surrounded by watchful eyes. Their mothers provide the closest guidance, but every mare and even the lead stallion contribute to their safety and education. Foals are quick learners. At first, their world revolves around milk, rest, and staying close to their dam. But within weeks, curiosity takes over. They begin to mimic adult behavior, nibbling at grass, testing dominance with playful nudges, and even practicing mock kicks and races with other foals. These games aren't just entertainment. They are lessons in coordination, communication, and respect. Social rules are also passed down through gentle corrections. A mare may push a foal away if it becomes too bold, or another herd member might signal when the youngster steps out of line. Through these daily interactions, foals learn the unwritten code of herd life: who to follow, when to yield, and how to cooperate. By the time they grow into yearlings, these young thoroughbreds are already well-versed in the language of the herd, ready to take their place within its structure. Thoroughbreds are unique among horse breeds because their lives are so closely tied to humans. Most are born and raised for racing, training, and competition, worlds far removed from the open pastures where herd instincts can truly unfold. Yet, even in these controlled environments, their natural social behaviors never disappear. On breeding farms and large pastures, thoroughbreds often live in semi-wild herds, especially mares with foals and young horses. Here, their instincts are free to guide them, forming bonds, establishing hierarchies, and teaching the next generation just as wild horses would. These settings give us a glimpse of what their lives might look like without human interference. However, human impact also brings challenges. Separation for training, racing schedules, and selective breeding can disrupt natural herd dynamics. Some horses adapt easily, while others struggle when removed from their social groups. This makes sanctuaries and retirement farms especially valuable, as they allow thoroughbreds to return to a more natural lifestyle, one where they can simply be horses again. In many ways, observing semi-wild thoroughbred herds is a reminder. No matter how much humans shape their destiny, these horses carry within them the timeless rhythm of herd life, a rhythm that cannot be erased. As we've seen, the world of thoroughbreds goes far beyond the racetrack. Inside the herd, these horses live by ancient rhythms of trust, respect, and connection, lessons that remind us of the importance of community in our own lives. If you've enjoyed stepping into the hidden world of these incredible animals, there's so much more to discover. Here on this channel, we bring you stories from the heart of the wild, from the untamed beauty of the Camargue to the timeless spirit of thoroughbreds, mustangs, and beyond. So, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and join our growing community of horse lovers and nature enthusiasts. Every week, we'll take you deeper into the lives of wild and free horses across the world. And we'd love to hear from you. What fascinates you most about herd life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay wild, stay curious, and keep riding with us into the untamed heart of the herd.